Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, wanted man fatally shot by police in Portmore. A man who was on the St. Andrew South Police Most Wanted list was fatally shot by the police on Thursday morning. 29-year-old Christopher McLean, otherwise called Frazzle, a resident of Waterhouse, was killed in a reported confrontation with the security forces in Newlands, Portmore, St. Catherine. The news was informed that sometime after 7 o'clock, a special operations team went into the community in search of McLean, who was on the run. He reportedly confronted the cops and was shot. He was later pronounced dead at hospital. The police say they seized a 9mm pistol with several rounds. Investigators say McLean was wanted by the St. Andrew South Police for several cases of murder and shooting. Indicom reports 100 fatal shootings by security forces since January. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing 2 separate fatal shooting incidents in Hanover and St. Catherine, in which a total of 5 people were killed. Indicom says that the incidents have pushed to 100 the number of people killed in reported confrontations with the security forces since the start of the year. Of that number, 10 have been fatally shot since the start of this month. At the end of July, 90 people were shot and killed by the security forces, representing a 14% increase when compared with 79 deaths recorded in 2023. Indicom says it has seen a noticeable increase in planned police operations this year, but it further notes that in none of the planned operations were body-worn cameras issued or deployed. Indicom says it therefore welcomes Police Commissioner Dr. Kevin Blake's recent declaration that his officers will soon be outfitted with body-worn cameras. Another gun seized, 1 suspect arrested in St. James. As the St. James Police ramp up its anti-crime initiative, code-named Operation Storm, another illegal gun was seized on Wednesday and 1 suspect arrested. About 3 p.m., members of the police and the military conducted an operation in Quarry, Salt Springs, St. James, in search of members of a criminal gang. Several premises were searched and a 9mm pistol seized. A suspect said to be a member of the Bad Breed gang was arrested in the operation. St. James is reporting a 30% reduction in murders since the start of the year, following a series of targeted operations against the criminal gangs. Firearm and ammunition seized in Portland, 3 men arrested. A team of officers assigned to the Portland Police Division seized 1 Glock pistol with a magazine containing 7 9mm rounds of ammunition and arrested 3 men during an operation in Port Antonio in the parish on Thursday, August 8. Reports are that about 9:30 a.m., lawmen were in the area when they saw 3 men in a motor vehicle. The police team went to investigate and the vehicle was searched. During the search of the vehicle, the firearm was found in the trunk of the motor car. All 3 men were taken into custody. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. No road to justice, says Deane's mother 10 years after his death. 10 years after her son Deane was killed while in police custody at the Barnett Street Police Station in Montego Bay, St. James, Marcia Fraser is stepping up her efforts to get justice for him. Speaking with the news on Thursday, Fraser, who staged several years of protest outside the Barnett Street Police Station on August 3, the anniversary of the date on which her son was arrested, seemingly has resigned herself to the possibility that she may never get justice. I have put justice out of my mind, but at least I must get some closure. Does it look like I'm going to get justice? It does not look so to me, but at least let me get some closure, because it has been 10 years and there is no road to justice, Fraser told the news. I am thinking of going back to Barnett Street to stand up with my placard, and it has been a while since I did that. With all that was going on with COVID, explained Fraser. I am going to go back out there before the month is finished, and while I am not sure which date it will be as yet, we are planning it to be on August 21. We need justice, we need closure, We all need to hear that Maria Deane can lie in peace in his grave," she added. Deane died at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay on August 6, 2014, 3 days after he was beaten at the Barnett Street lockup, where he was jailed after the police caught him with a ganja spliff, which was illegal at that time. 3 mentally ill inmates, Damian Cargill, Marvin Orr, and Adrian Morgan, who were in the same cell as Deane, were charged in connection with his death. However, Cargill, who was deemed unfit to plea in 2017, was released into the care of his family, while Orr and Morgan, who both pleaded guilty to manslaughter in 2020, were ordered released by the court because they had been in custody since 2014. 3 police officers, Corporal Elaine Stewart and the district constables Juliana Cleavon and Marlon Grant, were also arrested and charged with manslaughter, misconduct in a public office, and perverting the course of justice for their alleged involvement in Deane's death. The case against them is ongoing in the St. James Circuit Court. Fraser told the news that she and her family are frustrated with the delays in starting the trial against Stewart, Cleavon, and Grant. Dating back to September 18, 2018, the trial has been put off several times for various reasons, including a lack of jurors. It is 10 years that this matter has been dragged in the court system, and right now, the family is just saddened that 10 years have passed by, and we have not had closure. I never expected it to go on for 10 years, said Fraser. JPS sets August 31 timeline for reconnecting sections of St. Elizabeth. Jamaica Public Service Company has announced that it is on track to meet its August 12 deadline for full restoration of electricity supplies to customers in all parishes except in sections of St. Elizabeth and any area outside that parish with accessibility issues. In a release on Thursday, the company said it has set a date of August 31 for restoration of service to sections of St. Elizabeth where its distribution infrastructure was almost totally destroyed by the passage of Hurricane Beryl on July 3. This is a rebuilding process, not a restoration, said the JPS's new president and the CEO, Hugh Grant, who visited the parish earlier this week. Based on the extent of the devastation, the electrical infrastructure that supplies sections of St. Elizabeth needs to be completely rebuilt. In some areas, the network will need to be redesigned and lines relocated. The building process will be challenging and tedious because of the difficult rocky terrain in which we are working, he indicated. We are acutely aware of the frustration being experienced by our customers who are still without electricity, and we know this is not what they want to hear from us right now, acknowledged Grant. But I give my assurance that JPS will be doing everything we can to expedite restoration. We have acquired additional equipment and forged new partnerships with the local and overseas contractors and the suppliers. We will be redeploying resources from across the other parishes to focus exclusively on St. Elizabeth over the next few weeks, and today, a team of linemen is coming in from the Manitoba Hydroelectric Utility in Canada to join our Carolec colleagues who are already providing support for our local teams, he added. The JPS president and the CEO indicated that priority attention is to be given to critical water pumps as well as educational institutions in St. Elizabeth during the rebuilding process. We will be working closely with the local representatives and will be in the communities with outreach activities to help ease the residents' discomfort and support their journey to full recovery, said Grant. JPS is to provide further details of the specific communities in St. Elizabeth that will be impacted by the delay in the restoration of electricity. The company says it has restored electricity to approximately 98% of its customers island-wide following the passage of Category 4 Hurricane Beryl. Except for a few areas with accessibility challenges, all customers outside of St. Elizabeth are expected to be restored by Monday, August 12. Health Ministry urges caution as the risk of COVID transmission increases. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is urging Jamaicans to remain vigilant as its surveillance data shows high transmission of the SARS-CoV-2 virus among the population. In July, the country recorded 176 COVID-19 cases, a 16% increase from the 152 that were recorded the previous month. The case distribution shows the parishes of Kingston and St. Andrew 25%, St. Catherine 18%, and St. James 18%, with the highest figures. The ministry in a release said it continues to recommend vaccination as the best defense against severe illness and death associated with COVID-19. At present, doses of the Pfizer vaccine are available to the population. Further, members of the public are advised to remain at home if feeling ill, wear a mask to prevent the spread of respiratory droplets, practice proper sneezing and coughing etiquette, especially when in public spaces, and wash hands or use hand sanitizers. Jamaicans traveling abroad are especially urged to be diligent in practicing the infection prevention protocols. Additionally, immunocompromised persons and those with chronic health conditions are urged to pay particular attention to their health care management. The release said 13 COVID-19 deaths have been reported since the start of the year. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.